It's almost like you guys were not expecting me to be out. I don't know. I don't know, right? As we go into 2023, it's going to do things a little different. All right, good afternoon, everybody. I just have a couple of things at the top, and we'll get started. Today, on the 81st anniversary of Pearl Harbor, the president met with a group of 23 World War II veterans, family members, and volunteers, and thanked them for their service. The veterans traveled to D.C. on an honor flight from Austin, Texas, to attend the Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day observance at the World War II Memorial on the National Mall. These veterans served on the home front across the Pacific and European theaters. Today, we remember and pay tribute to the 2,403 service members and civilians that died during the attack on our forces at Pearl Harbor, and honor the extraordinary contributions that these veterans made to guide our nation through the world's darkest moments. I'd also like to offer an update on open enrollment. As of today, nearly 5.5 million signed up for healthcare through the ACA marketplace since the start of open enrollment last month, a continued record-breaking pace for enrollment in quality, affordable health care. The Biden administration has made expanding access to health insurance and lowering healthcare costs for America's families a top priority. And under their leadership, the national uninsured rate reached an all-time low earlier this year. Thanks to the Inflation Reduction Act, which congressional Republicans want to repeal, 4 out of 5 consumers can find a plan that costs $10 or less a month. Additionally, 13 million Americans will continue to save an average of $800 a year on coverage. Open enrollment continues until January 15, 2023 for states using the healthcare.gov platforms. Americans without health insurance or those who need to renew it for 2023 should go to healthcare.gov between now and December 15th to ensure that their coverage begins on January 1st, 2023. We've also got some really good economic news that I know you all are excited about. Gas prices have now hit their lowest levels since January. The national average is $3.36 per gallon, down about $1.66 per gallon since June, and about 18 cents below where they were when Putin invaded Ukraine. In 11 states, the average gas price is $2.99 or less. That decline is saving Americans' families with 2 cars about $170 a month. President Biden committed to addressing Putin's tax hike at the pump, and he is doing just that. Finally, this morning, the president signed the Speak Out bipartisan legislation, Speak Out Act, I should be clear there, bipartisan legislation that will enable survivors to speak out about workplace sexual assault and harassment, increase access to justice, and make the workplace safer for everyone. Today's bill was passed thanks to to the extraordinary leadership of Gretchen Carlson and other survivors and advocates, as well as Congressman Lois Frankel and Sherry Bustos and Senator Kristen Gillibrand and Mazi Hirono. 1 in 3 women report having faced sexual harassment in the workplace, and people of color, low-wage workers, and LGBTQI+ individuals are also disproportionately impacted. Disproportionately impacted. The threat of legal retaliation can silence survivors while allowing predatory workplace behavior to continue unchecked. The Speak Out Act creates a critical national standard empowering survivors by prohibiting the enforcement of pre-dispute non-disclosure agreements, those are NDAs, and non-disparagement clauses in cases of workplace sexual assault or harassment. This bill builds on the Ending Forced Attribution of Sexual Harassment, Sexual Assault and Sexual Harassment Act, which the President signed into law earlier this year, which made it easier for survivors of sexual assault and harassment to bring suit in court and to avoid being forced to arbitrate their legal claims. Together, these laws help protect the safety and well-being of American workers and make our workplaces safer, fairer, and more just. With that,